super creepy. It's the end of May and it's my favorite time of year at the house. Everything is so lush and green right now. All of the summer flowers are starting to bloom and the air smells so sweet. Oh, it's gorgeous. I thought today would be a good day to do a little yard tour because we just had friends over the other day. So the yard looks as good as it's probably gonna look all year, especially since the grass is still green right now. So yeah, we'll do a casual walk around the yard, like the kind of tour I give my friends when they come over, look at all of the flowers I'm growing. Yeah, we'll see where the yard takes us or how much I'm willing to show. Just kidding, I'll show you everything. Starting here with the front of the house. The lilacs are done, sadly, and they desperately need to be trimmed. That's on my to-do list for June. It's not fun, but it needs to be done. I just love how colorful the front of the house is right now. I think everything that's blooming at the same time is as colorful as it's gonna get. Hello, my darling cricket. We have to say hi to her, of course. She's gonna pretend I'm not looking at her. Hi, my love. Hey, sweet girl. But yes, the porch is busted, I know. You can obviously see how eroded it is over here, but we're just gonna ignore that like we have been for the past few years. But the azaleas are almost done for the season. They were so vibrant like last week. But we have roses blooming right now, more roses, some lupin. The bearded irises are gorgeous. They keep falling over though, so I'm probably gonna just cut them and put them in a vase so I can appreciate them in the house. We have strawberries that are gonna be ripe soon. I have some snapdragons. They're just so bright. These are salmon snapdragons. I think I planted them a few years ago and they just keep self-seeding themselves in this little bed. Peonies, more snapdragons. This peony just bloomed out of nowhere. It happened so fast. I have no idea the variety of all of these. The previous owner had planted them and it was just so overgrown with like weeds and stuff, and I've been slowly trying to free them and fertilize them so they get bigger. It's helping slowly. Up here, I have some dahlias and this rosemary I planted a few years ago. It is just popping out of this plant. I have a few different varieties of mint. I have my bone pile. People love this when they come over, or I just think of like all our delivery drivers always comment. These are like elk bones we found in the woods a few years ago. And then this is a jaw from an elk our neighbors processed last fall. They gave us some of it. It was really good. I don't remember where I got this shell, but I do like how my porch just has my little collection of things I've picked up in the wild over the past few years. They just live here. It's my fun porch decor. I do like to put a few different potted flowers up on this table in the summer. I need to bring them from the back up here. And then I have this jasmine that a friend gave me a few years ago. It's doing really well in this pot. I do want to put it in the ground somewhere, but I don't know where. So it's gonna live here for the summer. This side of the porch. This is where I drink my coffee every morning. It's my favorite. I'm actually drinking cold brew right now, so this is what I do every morning, if you were curious. But we have some stuff that's gonna be planted in here. I'm still in the process of moving a lot of the plants I started in the greenhouse into pots. Some more dahlias, but some creature is eating the leaves. I don't know what it is. I sprayed with some insecticidal soap and neem oil, but something is still eating it. I have no idea. So if anyone knows, let me know. This beautiful delphinium. So pretty. One of my favorite things about this house is the honeysuckle that's growing on both sides of the porch. This one always blooms first. The hummingbirds love it. So I'll sit out here in the morning and just watch the hummingbirds go crazy for this honeysuckle. The one over here blooms a little bit later in the year. but it's just so full and bushy. The way they have it, like I have no idea how old these plants are. They're just growing up through this metal meshing, but I love them. It's so nice and it smells so good out. On to the next part of the yard. Should I go right or left? We're gonna go this way first. Our cars are parked over there. Again, the lilacs. The dogs like to just lay here pretty much most of the day. Hi, Fig. Hi, sweet boy. Dear good babies. So this is the ugly part. I mean, our driveway's right here. The driveway is gorgeous, but the trash is ugly. We don't have trash service out here, so we just have all these bins that came with the house when we bought it and things that need to go to the dump. We usually have to go to the dump like every 6 to 8 weeks since it's just the two of us living here. When we have parties though, we definitely have to go to the dump more often because the trash just smells so strong, and that's usually when we get bears. Past the trash, we have our chicken coop, which I still have not posted about. We built this thing with our bare hands in 2023, and it's not fully done. That's why I haven't posted anything about it, but it does look really beautiful back here. So we have the pathway, the flowers are blooming. We only have the 2 chickens right now. We had 3 that we brought over from our other house. One got killed by a hawk in December, which was very sad. Hi, ladies. They're locked up right now. I usually let them free range the yard, but since we've been doing so much spring work and we have grass seed down and my beds just got planted, they would ruin it. So I let them out for like an hour or so at the end of the day. And I give them lots of treats. And then back behind the chicken coop, the beautiful azalea that's still blooming right now. She's a showstopper. If you saw my shorts about her, she's gorgeous. Oh, the color is just incredible. Like, it probably isn't picking up on the camera, but it's just neon sherbet pink and orange. And I'm so happy I posted about this on the internet because someone identified the variety. It's a azalea Mount St. Helens. I had a lot of people give me suggestions for what variety it was, and I looked up every single one, but the Mount St. Helens was the closest. I think it's the exact same one. It was like pink with one petal that has a little bit of orange on it. But I love it. So beautiful. You can't see it from the house, but I really do come back here a few times a day just to look at her while she's blooming. Over here, some apple trees. This stone table is one of my favorite places in the whole property, in the house yard. We got this at an estate sale a few years ago. It's so heavy. Cora and I almost died trying to move it and put it here. It might go somewhere else on the property one day, but for now, I absolutely love it right here. It feels so whimsical, magical, all times of year too. If we go around here, we have my dear nephew, Tamaki. My sister's cat sadly passed a few months ago while we were out of the country, and she buried him here, so I visit him all the time. I plan to make like a cute little shrine area for him. Planted that fern. I want to put maybe a rhododendron or something else, but we're gonna make it cute for him. When we bought this house, you literally couldn't see on the other side of this fence. It was all blackberries, like literally just all blackberries. You couldn't even walk over there. I will do a whole separate video one day of all the before and after. I have so much footage to sort through the first year we moved here. But this whole grass area is new. This is what we've been doing this spring. This kind of open yard area has been such a struggle the past few years because we just haven't done anything with it, and we just let all the weeds and blackberries grow. And then every year we were trying to get rid of the blackberries unsuccessfully. So this year we finally just put grass seed down so we could keep it mowed and kill the blackberries until we're ready to extend the garden. And if you're wondering what this thing is, Corin built a crow raven perch. Let's see if there's anything up here. Some peanut shells. He's been feeding the crows every morning, and we have seen them chase off some hawks already, so they're doing their job. I really want to befriend the crows because we would love to get ducks one day, or even just when my chickens are free ranging, and hopefully an accident never happens again where a hawk gets them. But it's been fun. We love watching them. So yeah, through here we have my small garden space. When we bought this house, you could tell the previous owner was a gardener. This whole section here was just bramble, but underneath there were like old garden boxes and garden stuff, you could tell, but it just hadn't been used in who knows how long. We have this beautiful rhubarb that has come up every year since we lived here. So underneath all the bramble and stuff, we saw that this rhubarb was growing underneath it. We freed it, it's thriving. We have our raspberry bushes, a few different varieties here. And I just have a few garden beds for now. Corin built these for me, just so I have some place to grow vegetables, just a few. One day we would love to expand and have this whole area be one big garden one day. That's the dream. But for now, I just have some snap peas going. I finally planted my tomatoes. A neighbor gave us some pumpkin starts, so I just planted those yesterday. So we'll have some pumpkins here, zucchini, but it works. It's not the most beautiful aesthetic thing, but I'm glad I do have this little gardening space. Over here, we will go check up on my wildflower patch. I did make a video about this at the beginning of spring. This is what she looks like right now. The foxgloves are blooming, which is gorgeous, but everything else is coming in. I have to constantly go in there and pull all the blackberry shoots out because I swear they won't die. But it's gonna look, Fig, can you please not walk through there, man? Fig, come here. Go. I have just the walkway area and then a little area up here that I don't mind walking on so that I could take photos here later in the year when everything blooms. Fig really is my little shadow. I was out here just taking photos earlier today just to have updated yard photos since the yard is nice, and he's gonna be in almost every single photo. Every single photo I try to take, he's just there, but I love him. This is my fig tree for Fig. I planted it for him. It's doing really well. Fig, is this your fig tree? You don't know what that means, huh? Fig tree, and then I also planted this eucalyptus a few years ago. It's growing a little crazy wonky, but hopefully I can fix it somehow. And then all of these roses growing along the fence. Like I said, you couldn't see through the fence. It was just a wall of blackberries hanging over. We've been moving these rose bushes that we keep finding growing near the house to the fence. So at least it has like a pop of color out here. They're really pretty, but they're just the single bloom roses. So once they bloom, they're done. Hot pink really isn't my favorite color, but the previous owner, I think that was her favorite color. So much of this house is hot pink, or was hot pink, and I'm leaving some of it to honor her. The house-wise though, we've painted over almost all of the hot pink in the house. But this little corner of the yard, you can see some of the trails we have going through our property, foxgloves blooming over there. I could do a separate forest tour if anyone cares to see that, but I do love the view from all the way up here. My dream would be to have a gazebo in this middle area one day, so I could sit out here in the morning because this gets the best morning sun, and have all my flowers in my garden and drink my coffee and tea one day. Over here we have a Japanese maple that we just replanted it over here. We had it planted somewhere else, but it started to burn in the sun, which I was really sad about. I bought this at the Arboretum plant sale the very first year I went, and it was like a little tiny twig, and it's grown so much since. I love the like bright yellow leaves of it. So over here, we have 2 cherry trees, but I just have to show you this foxglove. Look at how big it is. It's huge. It's so tall. I need to show you like compared to me standing next to it. Oh wow, Fig, you found a ball. This is me standing next to it. I'm 5'6". This has to be over 6 feet tall. And there's little bumblebees in it. I just heard one go in here. They're so cute. Oh, is it starting to rain again? All these Shasta daisies just popped up. We're just letting them be. This is kind of a wild part of the yard that one day is gonna be a beautiful bed of sorts. But there's just some old perennials that the old previous owner planted. It's fine. It looks pretty when it's all flowered like this. Corin's office is right through that window. So he's always watching me do weird stuff in the garden. I had to come back to this side of the house because when you walk around, I love this view right now. There's all of these irises blooming with the roses. These are hydrangeas that I got for free. I think they're blue, if I remember correctly. But yeah, all of these yellow irises and these pink roses just came up over here. And these pink roses are so fragrant. I think they're climbing roses, so they just fall over. But I do try to pick them and put them in bouquets while they're blooming. Like this one's so sad. It's literally, opens. The petals still smell so nice. Okay, moving on from this side of the yard. It is really pretty. We have these bushes here that are always full of bees. I wonder if you could hear them. Right here's looking into the dining room. But come around here, we have our hot tub that when we moved in, this was kind of like a shade garden area because this tree used to have all the branches hanging really low, and we got it skirted a few years ago. That was one of the first things we did just because there was a lot of dangerous broken branches and it was really scary. But Corin and I built this concrete platform right away because we brought our hot tub over from our old house. That was a non-negotiable for me, doing all the manual labor. I'm like, I want the hot tub. And then last summer, 2 summers ago, we built this cover. It's pretty quick, it's not done. I really wanna make it like a very cute hot tub area one day, but it works for now. It shields from like the wind and rain, which get crazy. We have this old shed that is a termite hotel. It is coming down this year, I believe. It used to have another part of the shed attached right here that was full of a bunch of like old tools and junk. But this thing is just rusted and decrepit. At first I wanted to salvage it and I'm like, oh, that'd be like a really cool outdoor hangout space, but it's just infested with termites, so we're gonna have to take it down. On the other side, this is the ugly part of the yard. We have my failed compost pile. We need to build a proper one. I don't want to talk about it. Lawnmower, and then this is Corin already started pulling apart the shed. And this big hole is from a branch that hit it a few years ago. So yeah, just water was getting in it. It's just a disaster. It's just full of rusty nails though. So I am not letting him do any more. I was like, when we take this down, it's gonna be a whole ordeal. I still don't know how that's gonna happen. But we have some of my gardening stuff I have tucked away back here. We have our tool shed of stuff we use regularly. My nursery pot graveyard. I still need to organize a bunch of this stuff. It used to be tucked away back here, but you know, it's just been last thing on my priority list. This gate leads to the back half of our property. Again, I could show you right like another time. It's so gorgeous right now and green. Corin mowed a bunch of trails down there, and we have like our little fire pit area, but I'll show you another time. Over here, my greenhouse, it looks pretty good right now. It looked like a hot mess like a week ago, honestly, But we have these giant holly bushes right here, which act as like a nice like windbreak in the winter. And the rhododendron is blooming right now. It's gorgeous. I just pulled up all of the clover I planted down here last year because I planted the wrong kind of clover. I think I would have learned my lesson by now. And then I thought I had a micro clover seeds, but I used them all, so I have to order more. Anyways, it's just gonna be dirt for now. Give you a little peek at the greenhouse. It's kind of messy in here. I didn't tidy it up, but I have a bunch of all my little seeds growing in there. It's so warm and nice. This week I planted these 2 Italian cypress trees right here. I just thought they would look nice. Add some structure over here. It feels just kind of barren. I don't know how to explain it. Like, we have this wild rose that's just absolutely gorgeous, but when she's done blooming, like, everything over here is just flat and just weedy. So I'm excited for when these get big. My beautiful garden beds that I made myself. I think I posted the short video on there, but I've been working on this pathway. I put a bunch of moss down here. The mice are not having it. They keep moving it. So I'm fighting them every day and I move it back. We'll see what happens over here. I did put micro clover seeds along here. I'm waiting for them to sprout. My snowball verbenum, some lavender, cherry tree. Again, I planted micro clover over here. I had to kill the old clover because it was too long, dig up all the roots, plant the correct stuff. Learning every single year from my mistakes. But the flowers are doing pretty good. I have more snapdragons, and then I made this trellis a few weeks ago. I didn't film it because I was just really tired and I don't know, I just wanted to grind. And I planted all my sweet peas, so they'll have something to climb up on. I'm excited for that. And over here, I just brought my lemon tree out. I overwintered it and got a lemon. I was so excited. So I hope she does well this year again. And yeah, you have to hear the bees, this rhododendron. It's raining, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but. She's gorgeous. There used to be a really big redwood pine growing in between these trees back here, but Corin and his dad took it down a few years ago. So this rhododendron's just been thriving, and that's why it has that weird like kind of bare spot back there. Same with this weeping cherry, but they're slowly filling out. There's our pond. I'm honestly not gonna talk about it. It's not full, obviously, and it's in ruin. One day it won't be. This is a Japanese maple we brought over from our old house. It was in a little pot and now it is just thriving. It's gorgeous, a little contrast against the green. Yeah, the lawn looks so good right now. We did a lot of work to the lawn last year, filling in weird holes and bumps because I feel like I would like twist my ankle every time I walked out here. So it's like kind of wavy. It doesn't need to be perfect. I don't care if it's perfect, but it just is so much smoother and I feel safer running around out here with the dogs. We have my laundry line. Corin and his dad built this for me 2 summers ago. I love it. It's very useful to have. I do need to just switch the string out, though it's covered in stuff. But we have some willow trees Corin planted. These are his trees. I take care of everything else in the yard, but he really wanted willow so he could start doing willow projects, which I'm all for, but he hasn't done anything with them yet. But they're still really pretty. They got really big. On the other side of the fence is our orchard. Again, I will show you if you want to see it another time. We have this little Katsukura tree. I bought this at the Arboretum sale a few years ago, along with the Japanese maple up there. It was just like a tiny little twig when I bought it. Now look at it. Oh, Fig found another ball. We have two types of wisteria down here. When we bought the house, there was wisteria growing by the chimney. I'm like, absolutely not. I ripped it out and I put it down here because I feel like I'll be able to manage it a little bit more. And if it spreads, I could just, you know, pull it out or cut it. And then there's this variety that we had in a little pot at our old house and I brought it over here. But honestly, both of these have just been chilling. Like, they're not sprouting out roots anywhere else. But I am still picking out little pieces of wisteria vine by the fireplace. Like, it's been almost 4 years and every year I still am pulling it out. So don't plant wisteria next to your house. More roses that I moved along the fence because they really were just planted everywhere around the house. I don't know what kind of roses they are. We'll see. This little ginkgo tree, it was planted up by the house, but Fig kept running into it. So Corin just moved it down here. It's such a slow grower that it just makes sense to be more out of the way, but I love it. We have this little bench. I really need to come down here and do some weeding. This is kind of like the last place I didn't really touch of the yard, but I'm not too worried about it. Some roses. We have another apple tree and 2 lilacs down here. I actually do love this weather. You could tell the sun's gonna come out in a second, but it's just sprinkling. And yes, I left the lawn chair out. I forgot. I'm just gonna leave it so it dries off naturally. We have this little area down here. We usually get some morels that grow because this is our leach field from our septic. Our septic is like right up there and we get morels that grow down here. But this year we didn't get too many. The dogs trampled them. It's a pretty dogwood tree. And we are coming around. Back around, did a whole loop. I will show you the patio area really quick and then we're done. This little seating area and this climbing rose that lives here for some reason. I need to move it this year. I was supposed to move it last year and forgot, but it's about to bloom. So it has really pretty dark red petals. I like using these to dry for crafts and other things. We have our Starlink satellite. We live out in the middle of nowhere. We don't have good reception anywhere. We've tried all the plans. We had to get Starlink and it's just been on this barrel for the past year. Corin does want to put it up on the roof, but I won't let him do that by himself. I'm like, you have to have other people here to like spot you and hold the ladder. I can't do that. I'm not strong enough. So hopefully in the next few weeks we can have our friends come back and help him do that. This little area, through that window is our kitchen. This is another back porch. It's nice to sit out here and watch the sunset. And this is usually where we have all our wood stocked for winter. This rose bush that was planted back here, I'm always shocked that it blooms because it doesn't get very much sun, but it's pretty. There's Cricket again. We had all the cushions and everything out for the first time, but yeah, it started to rain, so we put it all away. But I'm happy with how this little entertaining area is. Like the tiles and everything are wonky. You have to be careful where you walk. And this little rock garden was like buried under stuff when we bought the house. Actually, this whole lower area was buried under like a foot of dirt and muck. And my mother-in-law was over and like digging and felt something hard. And then we started digging, like, wow, there's a whole lower terrace area. It was just so like abandoned and gross. I just still can't believe how much we've done in 3 years. And like the people who come over and did see how it looked when we bought the house are just like, wow. This is the front of the hot tub. We just bought these 2 juniper bushes to put in these pots just because it's a little messy. And yeah, you can see our bad concrete job we did there. We'll fix it one day, but you know, this old tree, I love it. Is it too loud? I can't tell. I want to keep this tree. It's super creepy and I love it. Even when we take the shed down, tree stays. As long as it's not infested with termites, which I don't think it is. It's just the shed. But finishing the tour, we'll go around to this side. some jasmine and rose growing up here. I planted 2 limelight hydrangeas last summer. They're doing really well. I just bought this, oh gosh, I forgot what it's called. It's like California lilac bush back here because it's an evergreen shrub, so it'll kind of grow and cover this brick area. Because before there used to be a giant butterfly bush here and it was just so ugly and overgrown and we took it out. But I have my David Austin roses. I think they're the Generous Gardener. I have 3 of them. This is the 2nd year. I bought them as bare root, so they're doing really well. And then Corn put up these kind of wire cords into the cement so they have support. But these will get really big and they are gonna grow up the fireplace. I'm so excited for that day. It's gonna look so pretty. And we have our basement door. It's super creepy. I don't know see if this light's on or not. Nope, but yeah, sometimes I just go in there in the dark and I, hope I don't get attacked. But yes, that was the yard tour. Everything inside the fence around our house. When we first moved in, I wasn't really stoked about having a chain link fence around the house, but I am so grateful for it because it keeps all the deer and elk out of the yard and I could grow all the beautiful flowers and shrubs and not have to worry about them being eaten. And it keeps like the other creatures out too, so yeah. If you like this video, and if you want to see the outside tour right now, let me know and I will film it. More beautiful, lush summer content to come. Okay, Fig, one more.